Welcome back to 101 East. This week, we're looking at attempts to save Asia's rare snow leopards. Less than 7,000 of them remain in the wild. Eric Campbell has more on attempts to save the threatened species from extinction.
It's only in recent years that roads have been built to Ladakh's remote villages. Even today, many can only be reached by foot. As people have done for centuries, we packed our gear on ponies and headed up the mountain passes. Our destination was the place known as Snow Leopard Heaven, a group of valleys and villages that is now part of the Hemis High Altitude National Park. And how high are we going?
How high?
Yeah.
We're like Rumbag is 4,050 meters.
Right. How long's the walk there?
From Jingchen to Rumbag is like 3 to 4 hour walk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our guide was Jigmet Dardal from the conservation group the Snow Leopard Conservancy.
Yeah, and also you can find like, there's a...
It wasn't long before he found the first sign of one passing.
Yeah, this one. So this is the snow leopard scrapes. Yeah. They're just marking the territory.
You can tell that's a snow leopard.
Yeah, this is snow leopard. And also this is the pea, You can smell it. It's
Scent of a snow leopard?
Yeah, it's not fresh. Yeah.
It's hard to even sense their presence, especially in summer when they retreat to the snow line. So how often can you see a snow leopard this time of year?
Actually, winter, if we spend like 20 days or 30 days, so then we can see like, 2-3 times.
All right.
Yeah, it depends actually. Sometimes we can see like oftenly, yeah. Yeah.
But this time of year you just see the traces like the scrapings.
Yes.
Finally, after a grueling walk through the thin mountain air, we reached the village of Rumbak. So this is Rumbak?
This is Rumbak village, yeah.
Okay. Hello. Jigmet works with a local woman, Sering Angmo, to try to save the snow leopards that sometimes enter the village.
I'm working with the NGOs as an education coordinator.
Right. So this is an experimental village for implementing the program to save the snow leopards?
Yes.
And it's going well?
It's going well, yeah. And we are really mostly focusing on our wildlife and flora and fauna. Yeah, through Angmos and Angmos team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. The loss of a single farm animal can be disastrous. This is a barren, high-altitude desert that gets less rain than the Sahara. That's because it's in the greatest rain shadow on Earth, the Himalaya. Life here is uncertain for every living thing. People can only survive in small green oases irrigated by melting snow and glaciers. But over the past decade, villagers have watched in alarm as this natural system has begun to collapse.
Climate is changing these days because of global warming. All the glaciers are melting and now the only little bit glaciers is left. So people are getting problem with the water also. We are not getting the snow on time. And in winter time also, the snow is not falling that much.
The conservation project can't change the weather, but it can ease their fears of losing livestock. It helps them replace their traditional open pens, which make their animals easy prey.
So, Eric, this is a new coral. Yeah.
Right. This keeps out the snow leopards.
Yeah, there you see, there's a proper wooden poles and there's a proper mesh wire. And also there's a proper door. So this is done by the wildlife department.
Right.
Yeah.
An incredibly simple idea. How come it's never been done before?
Yeah, they didn't.
Didn't think of it? No, right.
They're just complaining and, they didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bigger challenge is helping them find other income so they don't depend on these animals for survival. For decades, the only way to make extra money was to leave the villages. The men folks spend most of each year in towns or working as guides, while the women run the farms. Now, for the first time, women are making their own money at home.
Today, it's your homestay room. We put your bag inside this room.
Great.
And come for dinner inside the kitchen. Okay?
Thank you very much. Wow. Oh, that's a beautiful room. It's very, very beautiful.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
They've discovered their simple houses can be just the experience jaded tourists want. In the past few years, homestays have started to vie with organised treks. The Wildlife Service licenses women to offer accommodation and traditional food.
It's a turnip.
Yeah. Okay, it's the same.
Part of the attraction for visitors is being in the land of snow leopards.
It's good for Ladakh and especially for Rumbak. Many tourists are coming especially for snow leopards, so it's good for them also.
I think we'll stay for a while.
Sering Angmo has seen her neighbour's outlook change since the project began.
When I was small, the people are thinking snow leopards are bad for the villagers because snow leopards is killing the lots of domestic sheep and goats. But now people are changing and now people are not thinking we have to kill the snow leopards. Snow leopards is a very endangered species, so we have to protect this. Now people are thinking we have to protect the snow leopards.
And the nature of Ladakhi society has made that change easier. The snow leopards here don't know it, but they're fortunate to roam an area that is still devoutly Buddhist. People here share a spirituality that at its best elevates not just man, but every living thing. Most people in the mountains follow the religion of neighbouring Tibet. In every village there's a monastery or stupa engraved with Buddhist prayers. It's not just an institution, but a mysticism that influences every part of life. Every time Sering Angmo leaves the village, she prays to a rock that symbolises their relationship with nature.
It's our village protector. In Buddhism, we have many goats, ibex and blue sheep and all these things. So we are not killing the wildlife.
To reinforce that belief, she helps teachers show the value of conservation to Ladakh's next generation. It's a feel-good project, but does it actually work? Back in the mountains, Jigmet has the hard task of measuring the program's success.
Yeah, it's very hard to find because, like, the snow leopard is totally very camouflaged. So we are just looking the ridge line, the sky line. They are very shy and they can easily, hide somewhere.
He spends weeks at a time roaming the park with his friend Kenrub Punsog from the Department of Wildlife Protection. They have an uncanny ability to spot wildlife that's almost invisible to a novice like me.
Eric, there's a marmot.
There's a marmot?
Yeah.
Give me a look.
It's a big marmot.
Just standing on the ridge line.
Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Oh yeah, it's quite big.
Did the snow leopards eat them?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very tasty snack.
Yes.
Animals like marmots and urials live on the highest peaks, spread across a vast area. Snow leopards can only thrive if their prey is plentiful. So the health of the snow leopards shows the state of the entire ecosystem. But it takes almost superhuman perseverance to find and follow them. Jigmet and Kenrub hide automatic cameras on paths where they found traces of snow leopards passing.
If some birds or anything, leopards or whatever comes through this receiver and transmitter, the camera will automatically take the picture, yeah.
These photos and studies of their tracks suggest the snow leopards of Hemis are safe at last.
The people in the villages have very, very much agreed that they will conserve this nature. And they are now trying to make it sort of happens that maybe in coming 10 years, it will be an example for the whole world that, okay, we are living with this nature.
It's only the beginning of a vast program needed to save snow leopards from extinction. Their survival will depend on such measures spreading to countries like China and the former Soviet states of Central Asia, where economic collapse has driven many to poaching. Here in India, at least, people are beginning to embrace this once feared predator as a living treasure. The hope is that the Queen of the Mountains can reign forever.
That's all the time we have for this edition of 101 East. From all the team, thanks for watching.